Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. So today what I want to do is I want to talk to my chosen ones about let your boundaries be known up front when you're dealing with beings and new beings, whether you're dealing with old beings that you used to deal with. I feel like it's important for us, and I know it's important for us to make sure that we are letting our boundaries be known up front and as they happen, that shit is not okay. Now, the thing with this is right, for some of us, we are growing and working and moving into our higher vibrations. So when we bring in shit to the table like this, it's because it's like it's something that we really feel that should be fucking addressed. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, growing up, like I never really understood it because I just always thought of myself as straightforward. But clearly, you know, as you get out of high school, you run into people, and then they all you kind of just have your reminisce moments and reflect or blah blah blah. And I had a couple people occasionally tell me that I used to be a dick in high school, but I'm like, that's crazy because I basically had that title everywhere I went. And it's like, to me, it's like, how do I get called a dick everywhere I go for letting people know that I have boundaries and I ain't with none of that fuck shit or witchy shit? And what's crazy is I had people telling me this before the high school days, like just growing up being young through high school. I even had some of my associates in the system telling me this too. And it's just like, yo, like I just always stood on my own 2 feet. I never understood like not addressing situations. If I didn't address a situation, it was because I was probably gonna have to remove my energy all the way from that entity and I wasn't ready to remove it yet, or I didn't address it because I knew I probably wanted to make it a physical confrontation and it probably wasn't the place or time for it. You know what I'm saying? But out here maneuvering around with a lot of these motherfucking witchy ass motherfuckers, it's like, if you don't put your boundaries down, and I guess for us, boundaries these days is saying no and then telling people also what is okay and what's not okay. And it only flows for certain beings that flow like us. And I relate this back to what I was saying earlier. It's like, because we are moving and working towards our highest frequency. So with us doing that, when we say these things, it's not the same thing as if one of these other witchy motherfuckers, you know, come back out here or be combative with the same statement back towards you. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to take a lot of our shit and flip it. But it's like, I had this one retarded motherfucker I already mentioned before, but I just kept thinking to myself, like, how do you communicate with somebody or try to communicate with somebody, right? And you only send one text a fucking day. You don't even respond to the other ones the next day. This is all some old shit. But when I see other people engage in having the same kind of scenarios, it makes me be more reflective on what I've been going through myself. So for me, it's like I've already set the boundaries in there for this being. So whether they want to call me a dickhead or not, if I choose to block them, remove them, or not respond to them, that's solely on to them. I'm only in charge of this vessel right here and maintaining this energy right here. We can't control the other entities outside of us. Everything is on a percentage scale, even the control. Because at the end of the day, we all can't control people to a certain percentage. We all say that we cannot control people, but we all control people to a certain percentage. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's only 5%, 2%, 40%, you know what I'm saying? Is people really look at control when you're starting to get over the 50%. So if somebody got 55 or 60% control over you, that's basically you the puppet, you know what I'm saying? So they got most of the control over you. Basically every string is connected to the puppet. They got access to all of it with having over 50% of you. But boundaries has to be set in place, and boundaries has to be enforced It's not a boundary if you don't enforce it. I don't know if you know that or not. It's not a boundary if you don't enforce it. You could tell somebody, hey, don't touch me on my shoulder, but they touch you on your shoulder and there's no consequences for it. That's not a fucking boundary. It's not a boundary. How do you create a boundary, but then you have no repercussions or no consequences? Think about it. You can't pass everything off to the creator. I'm sick of motherfuckers saying that shit. You got to take responsibility for your own shit. Stop trying to pass your shit off to everybody else, or to the creator, or to whoever else you want to pass your shit off to. I wouldn't be in this spot that I'm in now. I get assistance. We get aid from up there, but we have to put the footwork in ourselves. The universe, the creators ain't showing us, they not disciplining us per se, on a higher percentage of scale, on a lower percentage scale than y'all, but that's our job to teach our self-discipline and to learn how to push these boundaries and to learn how to stand our ground and firm and to worry about what people say on a lower percentage of the scale, because we humans, so we all gonna care to a certain percentage what motherfuckers is saying. That's just the reality of it. I don't care if somebody tell you, I don't give a fuck what they say. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I don't care if it's even 5%. You cared enough to even say, I don't care. Yes, you do. If you didn't, it would have flew right over your head. People have shit fly over their head all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So it's us masking and relearning. We was taught how to mask. We relearning how to fucking be more organic and thorough and actually trying to create the right English words that will help us fucking communicate outwardly properly, because a lot of these English words don't do us no justice. So it's like when you trying to create a boundary and tell somebody, the only thing you really know is no and I don't like. These are like the main two words, you know what I'm saying? Like we should have another formula as far as how a motherfucker know to take you serious when they are horrible at reading energy, or they choose to say fuck your energy, but you still have to get your point across. See, when I deal with entities and beings like that, when I have to address shit, I don't give a fuck about your response or what you got to say. My job is to make sure I get my point across, goddammit. That's my job. If you got hearing aids, I'm gonna make sure you got them bitches in. You know what I'm saying? If your ears be working part-time, I'm gonna make sure you got them bitches poked out so you can hear what the fuck is going on. I don't give a damn if you respond properly or not. It's my job to put it out there to the universe. That's my job. That's my job. So then I could take proper actions and have proper consequences set up to when you touch me on my shoulder and I told you don't fucking touch me. I said, hey, don't touch me. When I'm in this kind of energy and I feel this way, don't touch me, okay? I don't want you passing me energy. I don't like to feel that shit. I don't want to feel that shit, okay? So that was crossing a boundary on a lower level, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I would make sure I would give them the rawest energy up front and they would fucking know, don't touch me when I'm in that space. What you have to do is you have to attach a feeling and an emotion to the situation. Once you learn how to do that, you'll be able to implant a lot of shit and seeds and all kind of things into people around, people all around you. It's all part of the process. Like, this shit is really smooth sailing once you get it. The only hard part is the matrix, which hinders from maneuvering the way we want to fucking maneuver out here. That is the biggest hindrance. Outside of that other shit, like, I'm peaceful all day, so I don't need nobody telling me to be peaceful. I'm pretty relaxed, so I don't need nobody telling me to relax. You know what I'm saying? I know how to chill. I don't need you telling me how to chill. You know what I'm saying? So when my energy turn the fuck up, you better get the fuck out the way or be ready for the smoke. That's all I can tell you, because I'm at peace a lot of the time. So when coach like, oh, Jackson, it's game time, which I'm a starter anyways, but if I had to come off the bench, Jackson, it's game time, my ass is ready for the game. Ready for the game. I'm trying to let y'all know, look, y'all gotta be firm with these motherfucking boundaries, because they gonna keep trying it. It's easier for women doing the boundaries things, in my perspective, I feel like it's easier because it's already the stigma with men being the aggressor, blah blah blah. But for the men on the other end, and for me, there's a lot of fucking aggressive women out here. You know what I'm saying? That is very tricky and manipulative with their shit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be tapped in and in tune with your motherfucking boundaries and not let your sacral chakra energy control your fucking crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep our shits aligned. I ain't want to run it up too long though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap into everything down below. Peace and love to the